the best at what I do, but I want to have the fan following. I want to make everyone happy. I think about all you guys when I train for these competitions. I know everyone's going to be there at the Olympia cheering my name, and now sitting here in front of all you guys here, it's just, you never dreamed about this when you was a kid. I mean, I picked up a magazine at 12 years old, and I saw a picture of Chris Dickerson, who was Mr. Olympia back then, and I said, that's what I want to look like. And my brother said, well, that's crazy. I can't believe you want to look like that. The guy has muscles in his feet, you know. And I actually, read through the books when I was a teenager, and I was a football player in high school. I was a pretty muscular kid. I worked at my family farm, and I developed a physique that no one else had. I was always the strongest kid in high school. And everyone used to go in the gym with me, in the high school gym, and say, come on, Jay, we just want to see a bench press. And I remember, bench pressing 315 pounds when no one else could. And that was like, I was like the spectacle of school when I was the only one that could do that. So I really didn't lift weights, so I just did, I just went in there and just bench pressed, basically. But I actually joined the gym my 18th birthday with the journey to be a bodybuilder. I wanted to become a competitive bodybuilder, and I competed 6 months after that, joining the gym at 18, and I got second in my first competition. I was hooked from there. I became a teenage national champion at 19 and earned professional status on my third competition, the Nationals in the United States at 23, and slowly worked my way up, and of course, won 3 Arnold Classics. I was second at the Olympia 5 times. Now winning 4 Miss Olympia titles and numerous other titles. It's only something you really dream about. And what I really try to spread the word of is, in the beginning I set realistic goals, but what I realized is, along with all those goals, there were going to be obstacles that you overcome. And there were a lot of setbacks as well as positives. So we have to learn how to deal with those things. And having a great support system around you is something that is necessary. I had to stay very, very grounded. When I was 21 years old, when most people turn the legal drinking age, everyone wants to party. I never did any of that stuff. I always was in the house training, eating my 6 or 7 meals a day, and staying really focused on what the future would be, because I hope that eventually I would be doing what I wanted to do and make a living at professional bodybuilding, traveling, and being, one of the best elite bodybuilders. And of course the dreams came true, and I give it all to that sacrifice that I gave early on. I was very, very grounded and very, very focused and determined. I had the aspirations to be the best someday, and why everyone said to me, and this was every single time I won a show, someone told me that I couldn't go to the next step. And there's always that negativity around you, and that's something with bodybuilding that you're gonna get all the time. And my family really didn't understand what I did. I come from a large family. I'm the youngest of 7 children. I have 3 brothers, 3 sisters, and I am the biggest of that. And they had no clue what I was doing. My dad's 81 right now, and he still doesn't understand it. He's just like, you're crazy, he sees what I go through, and they don't understand how I can stay on that kind of diet. I eat 5, 6 pounds of meat or fish a day, and I eat 7 to 10 meals a day. And it's just total discipline still. And they are supportive at this point where they come to the shows and support it, but they still have no clue. My dad doesn't know what a protein or a carbohydrate is. And I said to him one time, because he was trying to lose a little weight with his stomach, and I said, Dad, you got to separate your protein and carbohydrates, and obviously cut your fats. And he kind of knew what fats were, but he says, well, what's protein? I don't know what that is. And it's very difficult. We all laugh about that because we're all somewhat involved in this, but a lot of people don't know. They don't know how to eat, and I really give 80% of what I do to my diet, to the nutrition, the consistency. And a lot of people look at me and they say, well, how can I get as big as you? Well, I've been training for 19 years, but the consistency of year in, year out of that diet, I never fell off a diet. That's one thing I never did, is even when I wasn't training, because I took time off from after weight training. I still stayed on a specific diet. I never ventured out and ate crazy foods. I always talk about it, more in the United States, but I've never had like Taco Bell or Kentucky Fried Chicken. I've never tried any of that stuff. I've always eaten on a pretty clean diet. I mean, once in a while, if I have anything, I'll have like a burger and fries. There's this place called In-N-Out Burger that's in Las Vegas. Any guys been to In-N-Out Burger? It's pretty good. I had it after the show this year, let's put it that way. And that's pretty much the really only thing I splurge on, but that's very rare that I actually do that. I still eat pretty particular, and my diet, I'm a big red meat eater. I might eat red meat 2 or 3 times a day, even on a contest diet, but mainly for contests now I eat a lot of fish, which I can't stand at all. So I eat 1 pound of fish every single meal, of tilapia, and I cook it outside of the Foreman grill because it stinks so bad. Who here eats fish? Any of you guys eat fish? How bad do you hate it?
I love it.
I love it. Dude, you should have my job.
I guess you got the neighbor loving you, I guess.
So a lot of times when I eat my fish, it's like this, you guys.
Yeah, really.
I have to hold my nose. I just wish for it to be gone. So really, I only eat for function. I don't eat really for taste, because if I ate for taste, I'd eat McDonald's or Burger King every meal, pretty much. But for me, I mean, I just do what I have to do, and that's the difference between me and a lot of the other guys, is I'll always do the sacrifices it takes. And I diet for 14 weeks for the competition. For this year's Olympia, I did my cardio twice a day, stair mill at home usually, for 40 minutes each time. And then I ate 7 meals a day. And the different thing about me with a lot of guys is I only sleep in short sleeping patterns. So for me, I get up at 8 in the morning, I usually do my cardio session, and then I eat about 3 meals, and I train at about 5 in the afternoon. Then I come home and eat like 3 more meals, and I do my last cardio session at 2 or 3 in the morning, and I go to bed about 4, and then I'm up again. My longest sleep pattern is 4 hours. And a lot of people say, well, how can that be? But it seems like my body's just adjusted to that routine. And I really actually like doing the cardio in the middle of the night. And fortunately for me, I have all my cardiovascular at home, a treadmill, bike, elliptical, stair mill. So I do the stairs at home in my garage. Living in Las Vegas, it's about 140 degrees in my garage. So I just walk out there and I'm already soaking wet with sweat. So it's easy to get into shape pretty quick. And I do my cardio there. And off season, like right now, I'll start doing actually